Hi guys, Charles here. I would like to talk to you about the first, second, and third chapters of the book of Revelation. Let's start with the first chapter. Jesus talks about himself and the seven golden candlesticks and the seven spirits. He walks among them and he walks among the spirits. And the spirits and the candlesticks represent the churches that he's walking through because he's fixing to address them in the next two chapters. Think about this. The temple that Solomon built, and even the temple they carried around the tabernacle. When you walked in the tabernacle, on the right-hand side was the showbread. It was the 12 tribes of Israel. It represented each tribe made a loaf of bread once a week. I believe it was once a week. And on the left side, as you walked in, was the menorah. There's seven candlesticks on the menorah. There are seven churches. There's seven spirits. Jesus walked among the candlesticks. He was in heaven, walking among the candlesticks and the spirits. So I surmise that the menorah is not a Jewish menorah. It is a Christian menorah. We have always been in the temple of God. The menorah represents the the 7 churches. Sorry about that. So we were always in the temple. And he walked among us. And now he came to the earth and died. And now he sent the book of Revelation, which was sent to the 7 churches. I believe each church received a book of Revelation, a copy of it. Now, if there's 7 candlesticks and 7 spirits, and he walks among them at the same time and all, they must be separate entities, I would surmise, because I tried to take the 7 churches and put them in an order where one would morph from the other one in a linear line of, like the progression of the Catholic Church. They say they're the true church because of the Pope with this Pope and that Pope and this Pope. But if you line them up, they do not match the history of the Catholic Church. And if that's true, they're Laodicea right now. They're the worst of the worst of the worst, and he's going to spew them out of his mouth. Same way with the Seventh Day. It does not fit an order any way you want to stack it. It does not fit in a order. They're so different. Each one of them is so different about having this lady to preach and teach, and it don't fit. It does not stack up. So I say there's 7 churches alive today. I think the 7 churches, I think they went underground and they popped up. And we can see today 7 distinctive churches. You can go through them. You have the 7th, the Anabaptists, you have the Coptic Christians, you have the Catholics, the Greek Orthodox. You have 7 distinctive religions, and they're morphed from all these different 7 churches that first arose. Some do it right, some don't do it right, and he chastises them. And if you look, when he talks to them, some's not doing it right. And he says, I'm going to spew you out of my mouth. And he says, I'm going to take your candlestick away from you if you don't straighten up. And 3 of them are mentioned as end times. So if 3 of them are end time churches, how can they be eras of churches? So they have to be now. So I think he hid a piece of himself in each of these churches. If you notice, each of these churches have some truth to them that is biblical, and a lot of stuff they have don't match up with other churches. So now the Catholic Church, they're on one end of the spectrum. Then you have the Coptic Christians, or now it's the Messianic keeping, and they're totally 2 different churches. But okay, I got off on a tangent there.